Hello everyone, I am Preeti Kiran, PGT Chemistry, Kendriya Vidyalaya, AGCR. Dear children, early Indian and Greek philosophers established that matter is made up of atom. The word atom is taken from the Greek word atomios. Atomios means uncuttable or undivisible. But these were mere speculations. There were no scientific proof about it. First of all, Dalton proved scientifically that, yes, matter is made up of atoms, that is, the last and the ultimate smallest particle. Dear children, today we will study about the structure of atom, Unit 2 of class 11th. Early Greek theories by Democritus and Aristotle. Atom is indivisible, or the atom is made up of 4 elements: earth, fire, water and air. John Dalton also said that atom is the ultimate particle of the matter. Dear children, Dalton theory was able to prove the laws of chemical combination, that is, the law of conservation of mass, law of constant composition and law of multiple proportion. But it failed to explain why, when a glass rod or an ebonite rod is wrapped with fur or silk, produces electricity. Why electricity is generated on rubbing. The various discharge tube experiments by Maxwell, J.J. Thomson and Chadwick establish that the atom is divisible. There are subatomic particles, and the fundamental particles are electron, proton and neutron. Here you can see the electrons and the nucleus containing the protons and the neutrons. Now we will study that how these electrons, protons and neutrons are arranged inside the atom. Here you can see that the nucleus is in the center of an atom and electron is revolving around the nucleus. This is a helium atom. Dear children, what we see today, what we know today, that there is a nucleus inside the atom and the electrons are revolving around it. Various atomic models were proposed. First of all, let's study the various atomic models. Thomson plum pudding model. Thomson suggested that atom is spherical in shape and the positive charge is uniformly distributed and electrons are embedded into it. Then came the Rutherford model. Rutherford suggested that there in the center of an atom there is a nucleus which occupies a very small volume. All the mass of the atom is densely concentrated in the nucleus and the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. But now I am telling you the experiment of the Rutherford which led all these conclusions. Let's see. Rutherford performed the alpha particle scattering experiment. He bombarded alpha particles on a thin gold foil and observed the pattern on the zinc sulfide plate. You can see a radioactive substance in a lead block. Yellow, it is a thin gold foil. You can see the alpha particles coming out of the radioactive substance. Alpha particles are positively charged. You can see the alpha rays hitting the thin gold foil and they are passing out of the thin gold foil and hitting the fluorescent zinc sulfide plate. Rutherford observed that most of the alpha particles, they passed straight through the gold foil, but few of the alpha particles experience some deflection through a small angle, and 1 in 20,000 approximately bounced back. It deflected back by an angle of 180 degrees. You can see that most of the alpha particles are going straight. Now you can see a little deflection. That alpha particle is just passing near the nucleus, and the positive charges, that is the like charges, they are repelling each other. You can see the deflections. By these observations, Rutherford concluded that the mass of the atom is concentrated in the center of the atom, and that is he named nucleus. Most of the space in the atom is empty, and electrons are revolving around the nucleus in the orbits. But dear students, Rutherford model fell into a trouble. There were drawbacks. According to the Maxwell electromagnetic theory, the theory says if a charged particle is accelerated, it emits electromagnetic radiations. And we know that electron is negatively charged. When it is revolving around the nucleus, it will emit radiations and it will follow a spiral path, and ultimately it will fall into the nucleus. And hence, Rutherford model was unable to explain the stability of the atom. And if we consider electron to be stationary, then electron is negatively charged and the nucleus is positively charged. Definitely nucleus will attract the electron towards it, and electron will get embedded into the nucleus, and ultimately the Thomson's miniature model. Let me show you the spiral path observed by the electron. Niels Bohr tried to remove the drawbacks of the Rutherford model. That time there were two major theories that helped Niels Bohr a lot. The first was that the electromagnetic radiations have the dual behavior, a wave nature and particle nature. And the second one, the atomic spectra can only be explained by quantized energy levels. These two formulations helped Niels Bohr to establish his own model that is known as Niels Bohr atomic model. But before picking up that, let me tell you about atomic numbers and the mass numbers. Dear children, now we know that there are three subatomic particles: electrons, protons and neutrons. The nucleus has the positively charged protons and the neutrons which have no charge. Electrons are negatively charged and they are revolving around the nucleus. The number of the protons is equal to the number of electrons because atom is electrically neutral. The number of the protons is known as the atomic number. Atomic number is represented by symbol Z. Mass number. Mass number is equal to the total number of the neutrons and the protons. And the mass number is represented by symbol capital A. Now let me tell you how to represent the atomic number and mass number. First of all, we write the symbol of the element, and then atomic number is represented by a subscript on the left hand side and the mass number by a superscript on the left hand side. It's 8O16. You can see that 8 is the atomic number of oxygen. It is written on the left hand side as the subscript, and 16 is the mass number of oxygen written as superscript on the left hand side of the oxygen. Isotopes. Dear children, there are atoms of an element which have the same atomic number but the mass number is different. Such atoms with the different mass numbers but same atomic numbers is known as isotopes. There are various elements which exist as isotopes. Among the various isotopes, one of the isotope is radioactive, and that is known as a radioisotope. Isobars. These are the atoms with the same mass number but different atomic number. For example, 6C14 and 7N14. These are two different elements, carbon and nitrogen, with different atomic numbers. Atomic number of carbon is 6 and atomic number of nitrogen is 7, but the mass numbers are same, that is 14 and 14. Dear children, today I have told you that atom is divisible and how these electrons, protons and neutrons are distributed in an atom and the various attempts regarding these atomic models. Now we have also studied about isotopes and isobars. I hope this is all very much clear to you. In the next class, we will study about the Neal-Bohr atomic model and the various orbit and orbitals and quantum numbers.